Hi ladies and gentlemen, let's look at today's Leetcode weekly contest. We'll look at this problem, 2448, minimum cost to make array equal. In this problem, we are given two arrays. The first array is nums. I plotted them here with the blue dots. The second array is the cost. So the cost is when we move one of the blue dots, we will have a cost to move them, and the cost for each of the blue dots is different. Now we are going to move all the blue dots together, and we will choose a position to move them together so that the cost is minimized. We know if we try to solve this problem using the brute force way, we will, for example, if here we are going to move all the dots to 2, then we will calculate the distance from every dot to 2, and I will multiply the distance by the unit cost of this blue dot, so that I will have the cost for this blue dot. Likely, I'll calculate the cost for other dots, and finally, we add up all the costs together. We will have the total cost to move all the blue dots to 2. So the question is that can we find a way that if we are transitioning from index I to index I plus 1, we can reuse some of the part results from the previous states, so that our calculation, our algorithm, the time complexity is reduced. Now, if you just look at the picture, it will be more obvious. So let me explain. If we move the states from 2 to 3 like that, here I have moved the states from 2 to 3. Now we can see the first thing that we do is to cut off those lines, right? So what is the value of those lines? Those lines are the cost from 3 to 2, because we can see that if 5 is going to 2, then 5 have to go to 3 first, then to 2. And likewise, we'll do this with 3 itself. So those red lines are going to be cut off. So our total cost is going to be smaller. And what we are going to subtract? So we are going to subtract the distance between the current number and the previous number. So the distance is 1. Here, this is the 1. And the distance will be multiplied by the unit cost of all the blue dots after our last number. So that's the cost of 3 and 5. So the cost of 3 is still 3, and the unit cost for 5 is just 1. So here the cost that we are going to subtract is 1 multiplied by 3, add 1, that is 3. And we know previously our total cost is 8, so that when 8 is subtracted by 4, the partly answer is 4. Okay, we will have 4 here. Okay, now let's cut it off. See, they are cut off. Now we are going to eat up the new cost. Where is the new cost? The new cost is from the left part. Because we have moved our state from 2 to 3. That's why every dots before 3, their cost will be added with the distance multiplied by their unit cost summary. That is, I'll add this line here. That is, the distance is 1 and the unit cost is 2, and here the unit cost is 14. So at last, we can see our answer is 20. Right, we can do this. We can just focus on their changes to get the total cost for .3. Right. If we ate up those data here, we will see that this is 4, this is 2, and this is 14. They also add up to 20. Okay, now let's look at the code. So our first variable is last number. So last number means our previous number. If we look at here the current number is 3, but our previous number is 2. Right, we will calculate the distance using our current number and our previous number. So our initial number will be here, will be 0. This is the first last number is here. When we are calculating 1, we can use this one, right? And the second variable is total. And we will have left unit cost and right unit cost. So left unit cost is when we add up all the cost before the current unit. We will have the unit cost for all of them, because we are going to use this value to multiply the distance, right? Likewise, we will have the right unit cost. Firstly, we'll calculate the cost to 0. So it's just the number value multiplied by the unit cost. That's the cost to 0. And the initial right unit cost will be the cost of all the blue dots. Because our first line is here, right? So the right unit cost will be all of them. Okay, let's go to the for loop. So in the for loop, firstly, we'll calculate the distance. If we look at here, this is the distance from 2 to 3. This is the distance. Is the current number. Subtract the last number. After that, we will subtract this part, right? This is just the right cost multiplied by the distance. We are going to subtract this part, and we are going to add the new part, the left part. So the left part is the left unit cost multiplied by the distance. So we will subtract some value and then add up some value. This will make our new total. and we will compare our new total with our previous value to find the best value. At last, we'll update right unit cost and left unit cost and last number. I think I should move those ones here. Okay, lastly, we return best. Thank you.